strong with the Force you are, young Padawan.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Scavoli Tunnel of the Shower. Oh yeah, we are back for another breakdown of the Book of Boba Fett. I'm so excited. This episode was a great episode, I think, in my opinion. I think every episode's great. I don't really know what people talk about half the time, but I just go with it. I just like the action or the intenseness as I'm sitting there reading nothing. But we have our friend Domtober back for another breakdown. Caitlin couldn't join us, and our special guests still have not joined us, but we'll get them before the end of the season.
We'll get them before the end of the season.
We will. Domtober, Old Man Fett says so. We'll get them. But before we start this amazing, awesome educationist of the breakdown of the Scavoli Show for the Book of Boba, Chapter 4, please subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, The Scavoli Show, for more fun unboxings, reactions, breakdowns, sexiness, awesomeness, groguness, omeganess, ahsokaness, and all that fun Star Wars jazziness. Also, yeah! So, Dom, I know you like this episode. Start off. How did you feel seeing all these flashbacks? We had a flashback for a long period of time.
Well, listen.
I thought we had a whole half hour because it was a 48-minute episode, 47-minute episode.
Yeah, it was one of the longest episodes, and actually, I'm actually happy that the flashbacks could possibly be over with, but I actually enjoy the flashbacks because the flashbacks gave a lot of insight. People might have thought it was slow. There's a big story. We find out that we found out how long Boba was with the Tusken Raiders, how long he trained with them. He was 4 years, and that made him think a lot about his bounty hunting and working for idiots. So he actually called Vader an idiot. But then later on, he does an idiotic thing too, but that's okay. That could have got himself killed, but anyway. But yeah, we learn how his relationship with Fennec happened, and we find out how she was fixed, and the reason why was back in episode 3. The reason why he had compassion for the mod kids with the cybernetic implants, and we find out that there are late night cyborg cyborg places that make you cyborg in nighttime. A cyborg club. A cyborg tattoo parlors. If you really put it that way.
If you need something prepared, a pinky, a toe, eye, just go to them.
Everybody, and it's kind of cool. What made me laugh was that kid with the glasses. They showed that kid with the glasses. He had the glasses, and he's like looking at like the dumb kids on Tatooine. But anyway, so he brings him there, and I like and apparently the guy who was running the shop is actually a performer. His name is Thundercat. He actually is a real performer. So that techno music definitely is not a Star Wars vibe. It was kind of a weird, but watching Fennec get fixed up, and I love there's no blood in Star Wars, which makes me laugh. she's cut open and there's like nothing.
Yeah, she's like dying, and they're just putting like cybernetics in it.
Yeah, cybernetics, which kind of funny, no blood.
This connects to the tailbone. This connects to the brain.
But I like when he takes his hand off. He takes the old the battle droids from Attack of the Clones. He had a hand. Yes. So kind of this was the destroyer or the battle droids. One of the
I think one of them.
Yeah, but anyway, so he does that, and he fixes her, and Boba Fett pays the debt, and they go out, and him saying I'm Boba Fett reminds me of I'm Groot. He keeps saying I'm Boba Fett throughout the whole thing, which is kind of funny. But I like the fact. The one thing that I like the most about the episode, when he finished his dreaming in the Bacta tank, his droid turned around and said, "Congratulations, you are fully healed." Yeah, so that means he is definitely going to start kicking ass. Because look, the reason why he wasn't doing the things he usually does, he was injured. He had a heal, so that's why he kind of like held himself back from trying to get into any type of fight. So with that being said, episode 5, we could be in for a very good, but we did see Boba Fett in action. We did see him in action killing the biker gang, which was fucking awesome.
Like you could just see it in his face, his clone face was like, execute order 66, and it was like
he killed a lot of them. If you think about it, there was a lot of people that were on back of bikes, so there was about 20 people he freaking just wiped out the entire gang.
He's like, I'm done with y'all.
He don't care. Took them off. But now going back to what I was saying before when he had told Fennec, I'm tired of working for idiots that are going to get me killed. What does he do? Goes back to the Sarlacc pit.
He does.
Gets very close. And almost gets killed.
But you know what? He's in reality, he says he has to finish some old debts. So he has to take out the bikers and then go back to the Sarlacc pit. And he knew it should have been alive.
I actually been reading a lot of things online saying, how stupid is he that he went back? He knows his armor's taken by the Jawas. No, he never knew that.
Yeah, he never knew that.
He was in the Sarlacc, which messed him up. So obviously he was in the Sarlacc for hours because it was nighttime when it happened. He was exhausted. The acids in the Sarlacc stomach was penetrating him. He was starting to go in and out of consciousness. He needed air. When he did get out, he passed out, and the Jawas took his armor off, and then when he woke up, they knocked him out.
Yeah. With
the back of their rifle. So basically, he could have had a mild concussion. Then after that same time, maybe hours later, he was picked up by the Tusken Raiders. And he could have, his mind maybe wasn't there. Maybe he thought that his armor came off inside the Sarlacc. He had no idea. So basically, that's why he went back to the Sarlacc, and good old Fennec Shan, which I love her.
I do. I love her too.
They can drop that the detonator into the Sarlacc, and bye-bye Sarlacc, and that's the end of the Sarlacc. But overall, I give this episode an 8 out of 10 because I actually liked it. I did because I love the whole. Oh, and I have another woman that I'm in love with.
Oh, dear Lord.
Jennifer Beal. Oh my God. That Twi'lek, I love her. She is definitely can run my shows any day. She was trying to talk Black K down from fighting the Trandoshans, which is funny that he rips the arm off. That was awesome because the body parts grow back. So, but that was funny. But I do, and to answer the question of the gentleman that asked about the life debt, yes, he does have a life debt, but it could be different compared to the Han Solo and Chewie's life debt. But it still could be a life debt due to the fact that Wookiees do have that code of honor.
Okay. So
I would have to look into that more because since he was the black sheep of Kashyyyk and he was thrown off the planet because of who he was, and he was like he wasn't
Chewbacca.
he wasn't what they wanted on there, so they got rid of him. But definitely, most likely, it's a life debt that he owes Boba Fett now for saving him and letting him go.
Yeah, I think a lot of we saw that in Rebels too, with Ezra saving that little baby Wookiee, and we see in Clone Wars with Ahsoka helping Chewbacca fight with the hunters when she gets captured. So there's a lot of, I don't know if that will come into play maybe soon, maybe the Ahsoka series or maybe Ezra and someone. Maybe we'll see a Chewbacca, show up.
It's always good to have another Wookiee because I think Wookiees are cool, and Black K is definitely a very cool character from the comic books. And having Black K in live action, that means Dr. Aphra is not far behind, which that's another character that I really like a lot. And I hope that she does come in live action soon. Because who wouldn't like a evil archaeologist that's a resemblance of Han Solo and Indiana Jones, but evil and selfish.
I know. I haven't read her comics, so
you should. Her comics are really good. They're a little weird because she goes after Sith artifacts. In the beginning when she first came, she goes to find these Sith things from ancient Sith times and stuff like that, which is really cool because Luke also looks for Jedi artifacts, to build his Jedi knowledge. So it's kind of cool because they cross paths a couple of times in the comic books, which is really crazy. And like I said, Dr. Aphra's books are a little bit they're more not comical, but a little bit more over the edge than a regular Star Wars book.
How many comics does she have?
Well, she had one series that I believe went up to 30 or 50 issues, and then she has a second series that just started now. But her first appearance was in Darth Vader, the first series run in 2015, issue 3. Actually, it's starting to really pick up, but like a 9.8 is like $600. Raw copies are about $300-$400 because she's a really cool character, and they don't have a Funko Pop yet, which I'm actually waiting for, but they do have a Black Series figure. They had a Black Series figure, and they also had the statue, the little bust that they have, and they really don't have a lot of stuff with Dr. Aphra just yet, but it's coming. I think towards the end of the year, there should be some like rumblings. Maybe we'll get her in the Ahsoka series, that she'll pop up, or another one of these series down the road. But she's going to definitely have her own series. Definitely,
or she might even show up maybe in Bad Batch.
She'd be very young because she's in her 20s. She's around Luke's age.
Oh, okay.
She's in Luke's age, and she's because in New Hope she was in her early. Because Luke was a teenager. She's like in a teen. She was like 20 years old in the Vader book in 2015. It took place between.
So she must have been born the same year as Ezra and Luke. At the same
something
time.
like that, yeah. Because people were saying, "Oh, she's going to be in the Obi-Wan series." Yeah, maybe as a child, because she'd be like 10 years old. Her father could be. Her father is an archaeologist too, so he's like a doctor. So he might get mentioned in Obi-Wan, and then I have a daughter, Aphra. So that could leave the door open for her in New Hope, because like I said, she's 10 years old. So when New Hope starts, she's like 19, 20. She's like a little older than Luke. So like now in this time period, Luke was like 28 years old. No, he was 28 like in Return of the Jedi. So he's in his 30s now. Like 30, like his 30ish. The same thing with Ezra. Ezra's gonna be in his 30s because he was born. He's like the same age as Luke. Basically.
No, he's the same. He was born the same day as Luke. The same day as Luke. So, yeah, basically, so Aphra should be a little bit older than they are. So she'll be in her 30s now. The same thing, Boba Fett should be in his 30s, but they have a 61-year-old man portraying Boba Fett because what's his face? Daniel Logan would have been the right age right now for Boba Fett. Oh, Daniel Logan! Shout out to him. Such a good.
Shout out to him, exactly, Daniel Logan. Apparently, speaking about Daniel Logan, was it March 30th, I believe? Somewhere in California, there's a con with the last remaining 5 people who played Boba Fett, without Tamira Morrison, Daniel Logan, Mark Austin, Dickie Beers, who was a stuntman, and 2 other people that portrayed Boba Fett, did the stunts and stuff like that. They're gonna there's a convention that they're gonna be at that I would love to go, but we'll see.
Don't worry, Dom. I'll go with you, man. We'll go on
my wife doesn't want to go. My wife thinks it's boring. She's like, I'll go sightseeing. You go to the convention, I'll go sightseeing. But it's in March. And if I go to California, I want to go to Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We got to see. Star Wars Celebration is still on, but things could change and things could be canceled. Like they canceled Toy Fair, so.
They did. They canceled that already.
I'm pissed. But
don't cry.
What can you do? But we went off track. But yeah, so this episode we got to find out more about the relationship between Fennec and Boba. What Boba Fett's new direction in life is, and we saw. Slave 1 is no longer called Slave 1.
I know when they said that, he was like, the fire spray's over there, and I was like,
fire spray.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, cancel culture got that motherfucker. That sucks. But
I was like, I was like, the Slave 1. I was like,
I'll tell you what. If you do find anything with the word Slave 1 on it, buy it, because they're not making anything more with Slave 1. So if they come out with another ship for Boba Fett, fire spray. So, but it's funny. The fire spray is the name of the type of ship. It's not like that's the name of that. And the Slave 1 is because Django got the ship from a slave planet, and it was a ship that was in the dock. It was the first one that he got, and it's called Slave 1. So that's why. And it's the technology in the ship, not but understand the world we live in today. So little things.
Yeah.
But
and then, go ahead. Then.
No, you go.
Okay. Okay, and then we see and I love those little droids that you see in the Clone Wars. I think it was season 1 with the
with the little ears.
Yeah,
Yeah, when Boba Fett grabs him and goes, "I'm Boba Fett," he shut himself off.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm done." And then
he
works for him.
He's actually back there. This guy, like droids make Star Wars. How about the General Grievous?
That's my favorite droid.
How about the General Grievous freaking chef droid?
I know. He's like,
and then all of a sudden, Fennec came, cut the head off. Boom. God. But yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy he's in the right direction. And what really got me excited, the ending. He goes, "I have credit." He goes, "We have credits. We can get muscle." Because I have lots of credits. He goes, "Yeah, muscle here."
I know. You hear Mando's theme, and then you also hear Mando's theme in the flashback when that guy shoots him.
You see, the scene that he's seen was when he shot the flare. So
yeah,
Boba Fett was watching the whole thing transpire when Fennec died. So he was there keeping an eye on that. So he knows about Mando because he's seen Mando, and that's where he's like, "I got to get my armor." He knew. I don't think he knew that Cobb Vanth had his armor.
No, I don't think.
That's why he never went after him, because we were always saying he was on Tatooine. How come you don't know about his armor? We're trying to figure out.
He was two. He was two with the Tuskens. He was way with the Tuskens.
Exactly. So that's why when he went back to try to find his armor in the Sarlacc, he just didn't know what happened to it. He had no memory of his armor being taken.
The poisons, the acid on his face and everything, and he looked so. Even when those flashbacks, he was going to Jabba's palace. Like his face was really terrible.
Look,
like scars.
The one thing that bothers me, I understand that people are like, "Oh my God, Boba Fett is not Boba Fett." This is a joke. This is that. Being a Boba Fett fan all my life, just about all my life, 40 plus years of my life, I understand where people are coming from because I want to see him kick ass. But I like the way it's going because he's growing into something else. He could be violent. See, now that I think that he's healthy now, he will do more things now because he was holding back because he wasn't healthy. That's why he kept going back in the bantha, the tank, to freaking get himself regenerate again. And I think we're going to see a different side of Boba. I think you're going to see Boba because look, Robert Rodriguez said that he's going to go barbarian mode. And Robert Rodriguez is not lying because when he directed the episode Mando season 2, the tragedy,
he went crazy.
He killed those stormtroopers. It was going nuts. So we're gonna get some more of that. And
there's no more stormtroopers around. No, there still is. But
they are. No, because you got Thrawn's ship out there somewhere.
Yeah, you got Moff Gideon still too.
Moff Gideon is captured. We don't know where he is.
Captured.
Look, this is my prediction. Mando is coming.
He is. He's gonna come.
And who he's bringing is the question. So apparently, I was just reading something that he's in a new starship. He's going to be in a prequel ship. He's got this really cool ship that he got.
Well, the Razor Crest is blown up, so he has to find a new ship.
So and remember, it's like a year after the events of Mando, something like that. So in that time period, he's doing other things. He's back to probably bounty hunting because he's got to make money. He has no longer Grogu with him now. So, but who knows? We're going to see what happens. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes. Next 3 episodes, we're going to get vintage Boba.
I hope so. I think Boba is, he's not going to turn up unless he has to be vicious. With those stormtroopers never had a chance in hell. But,
I think once Boba has his team and he knows he has people having his back, going into missions are going to be a different. There's meaning to the missions he's going to, because like he said, he was tired of working for idiots. So, but other than that, it's all up in the air. But like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good episode. I give it. Look. My thing is that I think it was a great episode compared to the 3rd episode, which the 3rd episode I watched again. It wasn't that bad. This is the one thing that makes me laugh. People saw the trailer. They saw the bikes in the trailer.
Saw her.
But they never said, "Oh my God, look at these color trailers. Look at these bikes in the trailer. Oh, who's this girl? I wonder who this girl is." But then they show the trailer. Then they show the episode. Oh, those bikes are colorful. But the bikes were colorful in the trailer. How come no one said anything?
They didn't catch that. They don't want to catch it.
So, those are things. Yeah. My friend is texting me now saying, "Oh, Slave 1 is no longer Slave 1. I'm like,
I know. When he said fire spray, I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. When it came out of Boba's mouth, I was like, Boba Fett. To me, Morrison's so disappointed. I was like, he's just like, yeah.
There's a couple of things that I would love to change in the series so far, but I actually like the way it's going. Look, and you know what's funny? A lot of people that I'm reading comments about weren't fans of Boba Fett. All of a sudden he comes back. They're fans now. And they're the ones that are crucial about the way he is.
Yeah.
You know what I say to them?
What do you say now? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them.
Hell with those friggin' posters, because I am a true Boba Fett fan. So basically,
old man Fett. Don't mess with him on the street.
At the end of the day, if anybody's going to be crucial and critical about this show, it's me. I waited 40-something plus years for this damn thing to happen in my lifetime.
Since I was a child.
First time I saw Boba Fett, 1978.
Wow.
So the friggin' was it the holiday special?
Yeah, that came out.
And the cartoon Boba Fett. And then I saw him walk in the parade when it was on the news. Lucasfilm with Star Wars when they first introduced him. And then when he came in The Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie. So, yeah, I am enjoying the series. And it's different to what I envisioned that the series would be. But you have to understand, things change. You can't just be a ruthless killer over and over again. Now, I like to see people get killed, do things in shows.
Well, he was a ruthless killer with those with those bikers. He blew them. He killed at least 20 of them and blew them up. He didn't care if they were alive or not.
He destroyed them all. He got rid of them. He knew that that was the gang. He went looking for them, so he got them. And that Boba Fett is going to be barbaric in the coming episodes.
And Mando too. Mando and him team up in Fennec, and then Black K.
Man, they're gonna be wiping out those freaking goddamn Pikes. But now back to the Pikes. Do you actually think the Pikes are the ones that are behind everything?
No, absolutely not.
Do you think that Crimson Dawn is part of it? Or something else?
I don't know if they'll add Kira in, because that's really obvious. Because if you see, I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but someone did a back-to-back shot with Maul and then Kira, and then in the middle it was the mayor and how the sun.
And it shows it says
Crimson Dawn.
The symbols. It's too obvious.
It's too obvious if it is Kira, because we don't. She has her own comic that I just got the comic.
Yeah, Crimson Rain.
Crimson Rain. I don't think it is her, because then it would be so obvious it's her.
No, it would be cool. This is my thing. I wish it was, because look, we don't know the faith of Kira. We don't know what happened in the comic book, because that story already, the alchemist, the character that is like the witch character, she said that Crimson Dawn is headed for tragedy. So we don't know if Kira dies or she gets away or if everybody dies, because once you mess with Vader, you're gonna wind up getting your ass wiped. Except the Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren are gonna be around because they're in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. Except
Ren. Ren is killed by Kylo Ren in the comic book in the Rise of Kylo Ren, so Ren is no longer there. But the Knights of Ren is still there, and they're going to be a big part of the story moving forward. And Death Sticks, she's like the assassin, the Dathomir witch of Dathomir. She's one of the Night Sisters.
I would love to see the Night Sisters back.
So would I, in live action. And I like when Danny Trejo said that, in the last episode, saying he goes, the Night Sisters of Dathomir used to ride these, this and that, which was really cool. I like the shout out, but in the comic book, there's a lot of characters that are around, so we don't know who's who and who could be around. I don't want the Kira thing to become a new Mephisto type of thing, because everybody was all upset Mephisto in WandaVision, and it turned out being Agatha all along. It turned out to be the Pikes all along. I don't want that to be like people get upset if it's not them, because I'll take the Pikes, but I do want a second season of Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, I think we'll definitely get a season 2 of Book of Boba. I think there's so much story to tell, and like I said, I think I say this in every breakdown. I think some shows are going to come together for one climactic thing, and I don't think it's the Pikes. I really don't think it is.
You think it's somebody else in the organization?
I really think it's not even because someone has to be pulling the Pikes' ear. I don't think they just do things on their own and think they're not. How can I say it? They're not bounty hunters, if I could say that. Like the Pikes are not known.
Look, if Pikes run the thing on Tatooine, remember the hyperdrive space thing. You can get spice through Tatooine quicker, and it's easier. So if you run stuff on Tatooine, you can get through with no problem. And that's the reason why they want to run things in Tatooine, and that's their logic. But remember, the Pikes have been around. The Shadow Collective.
Yeah, it's been since the beginning of the Clone Wars. Really.
I know, and plus they wind up teaming up with Maul. They teamed up, so there's a lot of different things that can happen.
They teamed up with Dooku. They teamed up with
exactly. So the Pikes are definitely a threat, but now this is the thing. What can happen? Are we going to see multiple bounty hunters show up in these next few episodes? They'll help the Pikes, and then multiple bounty hunters to help Boba Fett and Fennec Shan and Din Djarin.
I really don't. I don't think we'll see any bounty hunters. Like,
you don't think we'll see Cad Bane?
I don't. The only one I can think of that we will see is maybe Cad Bane, because that makes the most sense with Boba.
Because I think Cad Bane has to have his rematch with Fennec Shan.
Yes, and we don't know, in reality, we don't know in Bad Batch Season 2, because Bad Batch is supposed to be rumored now in the spring of 2022. We don't know what happens with Fennec if she's in Season 2. We don't know what happens with Cad. We don't know what happens with any of those two. But because nothing is really mentioned, Fennec Shan has not mentioned any of them. If they do show up, she will say, "Oh yeah, Cad Bane, I fought him on so and so." Kira, like I've seen Kira.
You would think that she's with Boba Fett, and knowing that he's Boba Fett, that he has a sister. He goes, Omega, but see, I don't think she knows that Omega is Boba Fett's sister.
I don't think. See, I don't think Omega's his sister. I don't.
You don't think that he's?
I don't think they're even related. I feel like Omega's a different clone than Boba. We still don't know what she is. With people, I think she's force sensitive. I really think she is, and she's more advanced, like Boba too. Because in reality, I think Fennec Shan would, in a flashback, would mention like, "Oh, you're Boba," like, okay, AKA Alpha. We like okay
because they didn't. Because I know that they talked about it with her, but Fennec wasn't there, so I don't think Fennec would know that's your sister.
But I also think it's hard to find an actress to get Omega and what she looks like now. Yeah, because Michelle Ang can't pull off Omega.
All right, no, that's true. But the fact is, what they need to do is that I don't think they can move her story forward until you find out more about her now.
Yes.
So I think after Season 2 of Bad Batch, because I don't think Bad Batch is going to a third season. I think 2 seasons and that's it.
I think it will go. I think they
maybe yes and no.
They have so much story to tell.
I know, but that's the thing.
Producers say.
Look, they can make another show down the road, but what they could do is that I heard rumors that a couple of members of Bad Batch might be in Obi-Wan because it takes place 10 years before New Hope. It makes sense. So we might see Omega, because apparently there's rumors of Boba Fett being in Obi-Wan, because Vader's going to send bounty hunters after Obi-Wan, because he's going to fight him again, which I have a problem with that too. That's another thing when it comes to you're messing up with the lore, that you're messing up with the original stuff. Stop messing with the original stuff. But if you do hear the talking, it's the last when Vader told Obi-Wan, "At last we meet again." The last time I was at the verdict is the last time I left. He's saying that when the last time he left, Obi-Wan left.
Yeah, he did.
So there's room for that other battle that takes place 10 years before New Hope. And I think there's going to be bounty hunters in this. And just hopefully, they can I would love to see the one bounty hunter I would love to see is Dernge. I would love to bring back Dernge in live action, but we'll see what happens. But
because Kenobi's very quiet right now. No one is. There's no people that's supposed to be in it. Only the original cast. The cast,
But I think after the Book of Boba, that's when things are going to start rolling up. I think May 4th they're going to drop Obi-Wan because May 4th May 4th. May the 4th be with you. So
and it's going to be, and I think it's going to be intertwined with Bad Batch because Bad Batch is rumored supposed to drop spring. So maybe
April. Because remember,
spring,
Obi-Wan's only 6 episodes, so I could probably see Obi-Wan starting May, the first week of May. There's 5 weeks of May, I believe. I think there's 5 weeks. Let me see. If it does drop in May, let me see.
And then Bad Batch drops in March. I feel like.
Okay, so here, there's 4 weeks, and then in May. So May the 4th, maybe it might drop in March. If it drops in March, and then it'll go right into 2 months, and then come Obi-Wan. So they start off with the Bad Batch, and then Obi-Wan's in May, and then they have the other stuff in June. But Andor is going to be in September, the fall, 12 episodes. So they're going to have that run throughout the fall, going.
And then Mando in December.
Mando's going to be probably at the end of December, like the Book of Boba Fett started. But because there's production problems now with COVID, they had to stop production. You might get it the beginning of in January, maybe January.
And then we have the Ahsoka series. Whoa!
Yeah, but Ahsoka series is next year.
Yeah, that's 2023. Don't worry, I can do it. I can wait for that, though. I can wait for it.
And I wonder how many episodes that's going to be. But then we got the Bo-Katan series that might be happening.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. I need that one. I need that one in my life.
You know what I need? More Boba Fett. Just give me more Boba Fett. Show him up in Bad Batch. Show him up in Obi-Wan. Because they'll come out with more pops and more toys.
Yeah,
let me ask you a question. All right, I got a question to ask you.
Okay.
If Boba Fett shows up in Bad Batch,
do
you think he'll have his prototype armor? And he won't have the armor that he has now, like it'd be his white armor, because remember, in Sid's office you had the prototype Boba Fett helmet on the wall.
She did, yes.
So the first appearance of Boba Fett could be the prototype armor in Bad Batch season 2. Now, do you think that Boba Fett will get new armor in the Book of Boba Fett at the end of the season? Do you think he's gonna come out with some new armor?
I don't think, unless his armor gets destroyed, unless he does a pure Beskar like Mando.
No, it's pure Beskar. Remember in the comics they mentioned it in the show. He mentioned it too in the song. Like he goes, wouldn't it be disintegrated? No, it's Beskar.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I don't think so. I don't think he'll get new armor unless he's really. I don't think so, because that suits him right now.
I'll tell you why. His changing armors sell toys and sell items. He got new armor in Mando. He upgraded his armor in Book of Boba Fett. So it's kind of different from what it looked like in Mando to now in the Book of Boba Fett.
It's like a full body suit now.
Exactly. So now think about it. He gets a new set of armor at the end of the season. The toys, the merchandise. Look, in the comic book, War of the Bounty Hunters, he painted his armor black to fight in the gladiator pit.
Okay.
And he named himself Django. That was his name that he went in as. But he had all black armor. I'm waiting for them to start doing that armor because it's in canon. So that's what I'm saying. I would love to see him get some really cool armor. Maybe Mando brings him armor at the end. And he goes, here,
Yeah, I had some extra parts.
You're the good guy, the good crime boss of Tatooine.
But yeah, I don't think he'll get new armor. I definitely think Mando is gonna be in a couple episodes with Boba, or maybe just one to help him out with something. Because we don't know when this war is coming, so we don't know what. In reality, I'm saying next week's episode to me is a blur because I have no idea what's to come. Like, there's nothing like that. Like Boba said, we all know they're going to war. But in episode 5, we really don't know because now the flashbacks are really done. If you really look at it, and he got his spray.
The reason why the flashbacks are because remember, the reason why the flashbacks are done, he didn't know that Cobb Vanth had his armor.
Yeah.
He only seen the Mando part of it. And when he
followed Mando with Fennec.
Because I think maybe that what really propelled him to get his armor was seeing Mando with his armor. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, I need my armor back. I get, because he got his confidence back when he was in Slave 1. We got Slave 1 back. Fire spray. He got that back, and he killed off the biker gang. So his armor made him more confident on who he was. And that's for people saying, oh, but he was badass in Mando, but then he's a wimp in Book of Boba. Because he got his armor back. He wasn't 100% healed. You know, he had a heal. That's it. Now I'm saying you're gonna get Boba Fett. You're gonna get Boba. Like, even if Boba, look, let me tell you something. How fans are. If the last 2 episodes are extremely crazy and off the wall, people will forget about how slow the season was. You bring in freaking Cad Bane and bounty hunters, they'll forget how slow the beginning things were. Like, oh shit. Because look, episode 1 was great. But then you brought in episode 2, and they did the same thing with flashbacks. All of a sudden, Black K showed up in the huts, and everybody's like, oh shit! Crazy. And then episode 3 kind of went down. Like, it was like this. It's like, episode 1 was like this, and then episode 2 went up like this, and it went down. Episode 3, and now it's back 4. Up. It's even line. So we're looking at maybe a upwards spiral now, because I think Mando will show up at the end of the episode. He
had his theme. Are they just mentioning themes for no reason?
Yeah. It's gonna be a start of a war. I think you're gonna see the mayor. The mayor's gonna show himself again, and you're gonna find out that the mayor is not behind it because there was rumors that the mayor teamed up with Fett to fight a common foe. So I'm thinking that the mayor's scared because he's crossed in the middle between everything, and that's why he's just a puppet. And
he's playing by the strings.
So, and then nobody respects Boba Fett. So he's like, listen, he had a line. That's why he disappeared. But he's going to come back and help Boba Fett, if that's the rumor. What the rumor said. And the common foe is the Pikes. But I think the Pikes are going to have something else with them. The Pikes are going to have some. Who knows? Maybe Cad Bane is heading the Pikes.
You know who I think is behind it, and I think I'm going far-fetched with this one, but I think you can agree with me on this. You know who I think is really controlling everything right now, and we don't even know? I think it's Thrawn. Like, I love Thrawn, but he is very manipulative, and he is very, not evil, but he knows how to play the game. You know, he's, like, I can see him sending the Pikes. I can see that. Like, at the end, I feel like at the end we'll know who it is, or maybe next episode, or maybe chapter 6 or 7. But
if they drop Thrawn's name, look, me personally, like I said, I wanted the season to end with the mentioning of Mace Windu, and Boba Fett was like, we have to go find him because
it could be Mace Windu behind all this. Imagine. No, I don't think so either. But listen, I'm just saying, imagine.
Most likely Thrawn 50-50, but I actually think
I'm throwing Thrawn out there because I feel like it's too obvious for Kira, and I feel like it's too obvious for Cad Bane. Unless there's someone else that we're not even mentioning right now that we don't even know. This could be whole new character.
Hey, I wouldn't mind a brand new character. You know, brand new. Maybe the Black Sun. Maybe Prince Izor.
Yeah.
You know, look, there could be many things, but everybody's doing this Mephisto thing with friggin' Kira saying, Kira. People are going to be let down because I don't think it's Kira either.
Neither. I don't think it's her yet. I think she has her own things to do.
But they did say that Han Solo was supposed to be in the last episode.
Okay.
That it would make sense for Kira to show up and have, the meeting with Han because of the history they have together. And
I don't think they would do that though. That would take too much. That would take away the spotlight to Boba if you do that scene. It wouldn't be the Book of Boba. Like, it would be if Han Solo shows up, absolutely, that's part of Boba Fett's story. But then you have Kira coming in saying, "Oh, Han, like I've missed you so much.
Like
that. No, it's not going to be like
this
that.
is the one thing I don't want happen. I don't want Han Solo to show up and run into Boba, and Boba and Han start talking, and Han goes, "No hard feelings, because none taken," and they shake hands. You know, I kind of
might get that.
You might, because Boba Fett, like I said, is changing the ways. He's not a bounty hunter anymore. This and that, but well, like I said,
he might need Han. He might need Han's help.
Imagine Han comes to help him. Him and Chewie show up at the end.
Yeah, that might be it.
And you see Black Caress and look at friggin'
Chewie.
Look at Chewie, because they had a fight in the comic books too.
That would be good.
I think Black K is going to be an Obi-Wan because they explained the scar in his eye that he got in the comics. Yes. So that'd be kind of cool if they show that in live action. You know, but let's just say episode 4 really turned the tide on what we know about things. Was it a great episode? I think it was great, fantastic. Was it amazing? It was just a regular episode, but we did get reasons why Boba Fett is who he is now, and that's the most important thing. So people could sit back and say, "All right, his new motivation. He was among the Tusken Raiders for 4 years, learned their ways. He's a different person. His outlook on life." And having a tribe makes you stronger.
It does.
Instead of being alone.
When me and Dom are together, we make each other stronger.
When you have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how strong is that peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
I really don't like jelly, but I'll get that though. I don't like jelly. I like peanut butter. I'm all about the peanut butter.
How about chocolate and peanut butter? There you
go. Still no. Like I like chocolate, but peanut butter. I'm all down for peanut butter though. Peanut butter, like. You can give me a bucket of peanut butter. I think I'll be happy with life. I think I won't even watch Star Wars no more. I'll just eat the bucket of peanut butter.
Yeah, I take spoons of peanut butter every single day.
Yeah, see? Healthiness.
But like on a scale of 1 to 10, it gives us a 7 out of 10. Actually, no, 8 out of 10. I'm sorry. 8 out of 10. Last week.
Me too. I get an 8 out of 10. 8
out of 10.
When a 10, if I give it a 10-10, that means I must have like shit my pants in the middle of it. Like it was just amazing. Like,
well, listen, in the next 3 episodes,
I might shit my pants.
That makes a 9-10. A 9 out of 10. No 10-10 for me. Remember, 9 out of 10 is the highest I go. But I'm happy for where it's going. And listen, for all those haters out there,
shake it off.
Yourself.
Yeah,
and
shake it off like Taylor Swift says.
Listen, regardless of the fact that what people think, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I'm liking this series.
Me too.
I'm liking the series, and I hope for everyone's sake that there is a second season. You know, and I hope that we get more nostalgia and more fan service, a lot more fan service, and a lot more goodies, because I want to see bounty hunters. I want to see something like that will make me very happy.
I really think if they do a second season of Book of Boba, I think we'll definitely see the bounty hunters. I feel like this season is not a test run, but like a run through, okay, now Boba's the ruler of Tatooine, like the crime lord. Now let's see what kind of trouble he gets into with other families and stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we'll see Bosk?
Later on, yeah. I think we'll see him, but now I don't.
You don't think we'll see him now? Because think about it. The whole thing with Black K with the Trandoshan's, just watching them, that kind of is like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And they keep showing them because they run part of Tatooine. So who's to say that Boba Fett...
And who knows? Bosk might be dead by then.
I'm going to tell you this. Greef Karga, who is the head of the Bounty Hunter Guild.
He is, and he's on Tatooine.
Nope, he's on Navarro.
Oh, Navarro, excuse me.
Navarro. Who's to say that Boba Fett reaches out to Din Djarin, and Din Djarin reaches out to Greef Karga and go, listen, need your help. Can you get together a bounty hunter team?
Nah. Then you would see Bosk. Then you see Bosk. If that's what they do, if that's what... but I think Mando's the power that they need, but there's something else. There has to be something else there. You're not going to just defeat everybody and the families, the Hutts, with Mando, Boba, Fennec, Black K, and who else? Did I say everybody?
Yeah,
and then the Rancor. Now you have the Rancor. We can't forget the Rancor.
The Rancor is definitely going to play a big part because he's going to write it, and it's going to take. The season is going to be like next episode will probably be a few weeks later compared to where it was, and maybe he's trying to ride the Rancor in between where you don't see it really, and then eventually when he does ride it, it's going to be where he masters it. How about going into battle? He's on the Rancor, and everybody leads, and he leads right towards the Pikes on the Rancor. He's holding, and he's barbarian mode, and the Rancor is just destroying everything in his path.
I can see the evil in your eyes, Dom. I can see it.
Love it. Always evil. Nah, it's not the evil in my eyes. It's tiredness.
So I'm not going to ask you the question that we see. What do you hope for next week's episode? What do you predict? I can't predict anything because I told you.
What I predict is that we're going to actually find out more about the Pikes. You might find out that there might be another agenda behind them. There might be somebody else behind them. You might find out a couple of things, and you probably see Boba Fett riding the Rancor, trying to ride the Rancor. You might see that, but the ending will be that Mando shows up, and they talk, and Boba Fett will turn to Mando, go, "Did you get the team ready?" He goes, "I'm all ready."
Oh, imagine that could be it. That could be said. That could be a line,
and that's how it ends. Because let me tell you something. All you need is that one scene of him telling Boba Fett, "I have my team ready when you are." People will be like, "Oh,
where the fuck's his team?"
And then guess what? Episode 6 is directed by Filoni. So remember, he had Ahsoka show up in episode 6 of Mandalorian.
Yeah, no, 5. I think it was 5.
But now he could bring Cad Bane into the fold. I'm telling you,
Clone Wars. It could be it.
Or maybe somebody from Bad Batch.
Or I was gonna say Ahsoka, but probably not.
Well, look. Apparently, there was another rumor out there saying that Rex and Echo were going to show up in the Book of Boba. Talk to Boba Fett.
Really?
So, who's to say that episode 5 we don't get Rex?
I would punch my camera. I want to see it. I want to see Rex.
Let me tell you something. You get a Rex.
You get a Cody.
You get Rex showing up. Look, there are clones still alive at that particular time.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So basically, you have Rex. You have, like I said, the Bad Batch. You're going to probably see the Bad Batch, some of the characters of the Bad Batch in live action in Obi-Wan. So, give or take, look, we don't know what the next 3 episodes are going to be. All we know is everything that we see.
We don't know. In reality, we don't know anything because they're not shown in the trailers at all.
They're just letting it go. So it's going to be a surprise unless things leak and people talk. Episode 5, the beginning of the week, going into like maybe Sunday or Monday, they'll start to say the possibilities of what episode 5 can be, because Tuesday night going into Wednesday is going to be episode 5. So
yeah,
you can rest assured that they might have something. But my predictions are that we're going to see a couple things. We'll see the Pikes, we'll see the Mayor, the Major Domo. Boba Fett will definitely start threatening people. Some Rancor action, Danny Trejo again, and then the end of the episode, Din Djarin's going to show up and tell Mando, "Ready when you are." That's what I think.
And then me and Old Man Fett show up. We show up with our armor.
That's it, man.
Don't play with us.
Put my helmet on. I got my new helmet. I just put it on and get ready.
Get ready. That's all we have to do. That's all we have to do.
But yeah, that's what I think. So I think expect Mando at the end of the season episode.
Oh, definitely. I think Mando's.
But the last 10 minutes at least that he'll come into play, and they'll probably because he'll probably ask Fennec, "Did you reach out to Mando?" Because remember,
not even mention him. Did you just reach out to Did you reach out to him or something? Did you get backup or something like that?
Did you get back? He goes, "Yeah." Mando goes, "Yeah, I reached out to Din, and Din is coming with somebody."
Grogu, now imagine. Die. Kill myself.
Well, we'll see what happens with Grogu. You know what? There was rumors with Grogu showing up in the series too, which can still happen at the end. At the end, look, all these shows are intertwining with each other. and there's going to be a huge payoff at the end of these shows. One big, massive war that's going to happen. And if Thrawn is coming,
they're going to need Grogu.
They're going to need Luke.
Yep.
They're going to need, look, Ezra is going to probably be a little crazy when they first see Ezra.
I love Ezra.
You don't think so?
No, I said I love Ezra. I just love Ezra.
You don't think that he's going to be a little, that he might be working for Thrawn?
In reality, we don't know what the hell happened. They really have to tie into the end of Rebels. They really have to tell us.
You have so much story, so much room for story. Come out with a novel. Come out with in the last novel, they actually retconned some of the story with Ezra and Thrawn.
Okay.
So the ending of the novel goes into Rebels.
Oh, okay. So the end of Thrawn's trilogy.
Yeah, the book, the newest book.
New book that just came out.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't read any. I'm still in the first.
I haven't read it either, but that's what I read. I read about that.
The first book so far is really good.
But, and I'm sorry if I spoiled it to anybody out there to see it, but there's a power play. If Boba Fett takes over Tatooine as the new crime lord, there are people out there that are going to probably say, nah.
Yeah.
So give or take, you're going to, like in Mando Season 3, Boba Fett's going to be in Mando Season 3.
Definitely
going to be in Season 3. And then the Ahsoka series, they'll probably mention Din Djarin, because you're going to have Sabine. Sabine's going to be that Mandalorian. So every show is going to have a Mandalorian in it. Because think about this. You got to understand, if there's a year that passed from Mando Season 2 to the Book of Boba Fett, Din Djarin had to come face to face with other Mandos.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Or find out who his race was really.
Exactly.
Death was. And find out who Death was.
And Bo-Katan, she could be helping him, but I think that she's going to have problems with him because he wants to rule Mandalore. But
he does have the Darksaber.
He does have the Darksaber.
Now, another question: does he have the Darksaber when he meets with Boba?
Maybe.
Or does he lose it?
No, I don't think he loses. I think he has a Darksaber and he cuts through some pikes with it. How cool would it be? He lights it up and he starts. Because look, if you want something totally epic, you go all out. You're bringing Din Djarin back in. He has the Darksaber. Boba Fett's fully healed. Fennec Shan is kicking ass. Now you got Black K. Imagine that team. Remember when Grogu was rescued from Moff Gideon? When all the girls went on the ship and they were all killing Cara Dune. Imagine that 10 times over with these guys fighting the fights. So, look, I got a feeling there's something big brewing. I can't tell you what it is but Din Djarin is going to be a big part of it. But like I said, next episode, Din Djarin shows up at the end of the episode. That goes into. This is my thing. If I predict things, Din Djarin shows up at the end of the episode. Episode 6 is going to be a Cad Bane, Boba Fett, Fennec Shan episode. Cad Bane shows up. Fennec Shan got score to settle, and Boba Fett can't believe that Cad Bane's alive because remember, they had in the animatronic things they never put out that actually is canon that he shot Cad Bane in the head and he survived because he had the metal plate in his head and
yes.
So that, and then the last episode is going to be the all-out war. Towards the end of that episode, Cad Bane gets hired by the Pikes to go to Tatooine. And that's going to be, like I said, I could be totally wrong. Maybe Dave Filoni has something totally different on his agenda that he brings, But we'll see.
We will.
And then the last episode is going to probably be the longest episode, probably about 50 minutes. And you're going to have the all-out war.
With me and Dom.
At the end, Din Djarin leaves. He's asked to go. There's a problem in Mandalore. And he's going to go to Mandalore.
Season 3.
Lead into Season 3 of The Mandalorian. And then if they say Boba Fett will be back in Season 2, there'll be a Season 2. But I don't know. I want a Season 2. I want him to go on his own journey to Mace Windu. I want the Mace Windu story. That's the one last thing that Boba Fett needs to wipe out of his mind from his childhood. But
he does.
If that does happen, he's not going to kill Mace Windu.
Oh, I don't think so. No,
No,
I don't think so.
I think what's going to happen is that Mace Windu's they're going to finally come to compromises. Because think about it. All those flashbacks meant something to Boba. That remember I told you that he's out of his father's shadow. He wants to grow into his own person. And all these things, being a clone really hurts him being a clone because, people like when Bo-Katan told him, I heard your voice 1,000 times. You're
I love that. I love that.
You mean your donor. So all that stuff, Boba Fett takes that, but now this is a way for him to move on, to become his own self. And this is what's happening. Think about it. You become the crime lord. I'm the crime lord of Tatooine.
Yeah.
And I'm my own person. I'm not the one that's going out doing things anymore. I'm going to send people out to do things. And so the Mace Windu story plot line would be awesome if they did it. But hey, if we get a novel, get a comic book, I wouldn't mind a comic book. That he goes
right.
But I would love to see it in live action. And like I said, it could be a possibility. Because the rumors are that Mace Windu's alive and he's an old hermit somewhere. So, what are they, a robotic arm? Like everybody in Star Wars is robotic. But I think that would be, I think people really like that. If you do that aspect, you do a story, a season 2, The Hunt for Mace Windu.
And then a Mace Windu series, how he survived.
No, because it spirals over to a young Mace Windu series that you see how he is when he was young.
Yeah.
And then people are like that. So that's why all these things are very important. There's spin-offs of everything. Every time somebody drops in a show, they're going to make a spin-off.
They're dropping a spin-off.
So that's why multiple spin-offs go in different directions.
We're going to have a spin-off, Dom. This is going to be like the John Scavolitano show.
That's it, man.
But before we go, Dom, where can everybody find you on the social media before we go?
Social media, especially on Instagram, at Domtober, a.k.a. Old Man Fett. Also, if you want to see me in action again, Sunday nights on Renovision, The Dark Side. Got to watch it. Watch it this week.
I know. I keep forgetting. You have to send me it.
It comes on at 9:15, like around 9:15, and then we go until about 12 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Because we have a lot of things. We have a breakdown. We have a draft. We have like we do comic books, talk about toys, talk about a whole bunch of different things. So it's like the whole thing is started with every novels, and they go over it and everything. So it's. I
don't know. You got to send me the link. I miss it.
I'm going to send you the link, and if you watch it, if you make comments, you shout out to Dom. Go Dom.
I go, Dom, come on the Scavolitano show. Oh wait, you already come on it.
Yeah. So I'm on that channel on Sunday nights. Renovision, the Dark Side crew.
The Dark Side. He is the Dark Side crew, Dom.
Oh, yep. The Dark Side crew.
And guys, you can. Go ahead, Dom.
Whatever.
Oh, I thought you had to say something.
No.
And then you guys can follow me, Chris Scavoli_Tano. That Dom doesn't tag me on his post number because he thinks it's the wrong account.
I have to tag you the post. It's not that I don't tag you. It's the fact is that when you send the things out, I'm about to do it, and then I get freaking. I get back because you take a while to do. You take about 3 days, right? 3 or 4 days to get this cut down by your right.
Yeah.
So, but when you do send it out, I have other things, and I'm gonna all the shows. I'm gonna tag you, and send it out there. I'm gonna do it.
No. I don't mean post the show. I mean just tag me, like my personal account in your post. You always tag the wrong account, man. Come on.
I tagged the wrong account. You got to erase that damn account off there.
I know. I can't, man. Someone hacked me. I can't get it back.
You know what's funny? Someone hacked me on one of my accounts that I had, an IG account, and I had a lot of pictures, stuff like that, and I couldn't get back on. It's a bitch to get back on. I had to take a picture of myself, send it to IG.
Yeah, I know. You got to send it, yeah.
And it's really bad. And I had about 200 plus pictures on there of other stuff, and it was pretty good. But hey, it happens, man. That's why you can't be going on those crazy-ass websites.
Right on. So follow me on Chris Scavoli_Tano. That's my new account. Scavolitano on Twitter. And then that's all I really have. I just use those two. Thank you, Dom, for joining me once again. Just me and you, Dom. This is going to be the Chris Scavolitano Domtober show.
Always. Listen, I'm glad I can help. I'm glad that you have me on the show. I'm appreciative about being on the show and helping you out on your journey to become YouTube stardom.
I know, I got it. This pretty face has got to go somewhere, Dom.
Got to make it happen, man. Hey, listen, you gotta talk about Ahsoka and Grogu and talk about Omega.
Oh, my
you gotta make the Chris Omega show.
I know. I'm sorry. And you know who I'm liking more and more? Hera. I love Hera. Top 3 females right there.
She's got to come back. That's another thing. Live action. Look, we're gonna get the Rebels characters in live action eventually, because once you get Sabine, who's coming in Ahsoka, you're gonna get the live action versions of everybody else.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So once Ezra comes into fold,
that's it.
It's all over. Everybody's coming in. You'll get Zeb. You get Chopper. Well, you saw Chopper in Rogue One, so Chopper went by in Rogue One. But you'll get all these characters eventually in live action, and their pops will all be going up.
I know. I gotta get those now.
I am about to go crazy because what they're gonna drop in Funko with the Book of Boba Fett and all the stuff that's coming out in the next 6 months. I'm already because look, there's rumors about 15 to 20 pops for Book of Boba Fett, and how many Boba Fett's are going to be in that?
You're gonna have a whole collection, Dom. You're gonna have a whole different version.
Not to mention the exclusives, the con exclusives, the ones that are going to be Walmart, Target, a lot of stuff. So. And then you got the Hot Toys, and then you got the Black Series, and got the comic books. Always getting
got everything.
Yeah, look,
we're gonna go broke in 2022.
I got packages. I got to do a show. Tomorrow. I got to do an opening. Look, I got new fig pins, all fig pins.
Oh wow!
So,
yeah, we got a lot of Star Wars guys. So just subscribe down below to the YouTube channel, the Skeletana Show, for all this funness of education, all this Star Wars jazziness. Yeah. But guys, thank you, Dom, again for coming on the show. Hope to see you next week. You'll probably be here, so I don't have to see you. You like me, so you're good. You're good. You don't hate me.
Hey, listen, if worse comes to worse and you have to do a Friday show.
Oh yeah,
I could do a Friday show. Yeah, so give or take, I'm good for Thursdays, but just in case if I don't get stuck doing a double on a Thursday, Friday I'm off. So I'll let you know if anything. Because I had a couple of days off now. I have to go back to work. So next week is going to be a full week.
Just let me know.
Give me money. I'll take money without working.
But guys, be kind to one another, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
Bye.
In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them, no matter what.